almost even in terms of height and weight. But make no mistake, this is a banger, and our referee, Steve Hargett, will get things underway here. 15-minute match. Dante Leon with the red ankle band. Mica Galvão with the blue. Both all in black. And, you know, physically, they match. They resemble each other in terms of height, in terms of stature. And in terms of physicality, I would say that both men are known for their power, their speed. Very physical grapplers, both of them.
100%. We've spoken to more than one of Mica's past opponents, and they've all described him as one of the strongest athletes on earth. But look at that double leg from Dante to open things up here.
Spears Galvão to the mat, runs around to the side with his head out of danger of the guillotine that could await that takedown. And into this top position, that kind of takedown matters a lot, because that makes such an impression on the judges, where you're able to throw your opponent down to the mat.
Yeah, I think it makes an impression on Mica too, right? Time to take Dante's wrestling seriously. Mica's had a lot of success with his stand-up, but Dante was pretty candid in their press conference interview there, where he said he didn't think Mica faced the kind of power and wrestling that he possesses, and way to back that up there in that moment.
Intricate guard work there from Mica Galvão while they are still fresh, while they are still dry, in inverting in underneath Dante Leon and using the same gripping sequence here. If we can switch angles to get a good look at that, there we go. This use of kind of the half open guard in answer to Dante Leon's posture, the way that he has his one knee on the mat and his other slightly up. Dante Leon, he's going to have to be careful, because Mica Galvão has submissions from everywhere. Upper body, lower body, limbs, neck, you name it. He can catch a submission. So Galvão, he can come up, he can wrestle up as well, but I think Dante has to think safety first. He has to think posture, he has to think position before he can start going forward, because Galvão is so good at snatching attacks in the transition.
Yeah, you get one mistake with Mica and the match is over. So Dante taking a measured approach now that he knows he's had a strong opening. But you have to believe that he would like to free his leg right now. Mica's done a good job of not ever letting go of Dante's right leg in various gripping sequences here. And as much as Dante's looking to pass, Mica's definitely looking to tie up.
See the guard of Mica Galvão, that kind of little bit of knee shield, a little bit of reverse de la Riva, but the further forward that Leon is able to get his knee, it's he's still nowhere closer to getting the control of the upper body necessary to lock in that guard pass, but his hips and his legs are getting further forward, and that's progress. But I feel like Galvão is very relaxed in this position here. He's very calm.
Wow, look at that transition from Mica.
Uses the inversion to come on top. Now let's see how he goes on the attack. Diving for the back. Dante Leon is trying to escape his hips. On the upper body goes Mica Galvão. Could have the armbar here. Dante Leon physically hoists Mica Galvão into the air, but he's not out of danger. The arm is on.
Oh, he pulled it out.
Man, Dante Leon just ate a nasty armbar right there.
What an exchange. Mica showing off that technical prowess. Man, I need to watch that sequence again someday. That was incredible. But Dante showing off the heart there that he has.
We've talked a lot about the physical power of Dante Leon. We've talked a lot about the powerlifting regime that he does, about the strength work that he puts in, and you saw the results of that effort right there. And Mica Galvão, of course, we talked a lot about how he's able to snatch submissions. And that's the kind of thing that you have to be so careful with when you go up against Galvão.
I can't believe there's only been 5 minutes into this match, Al.
Yeah, lots of action so far, including the wrestling exchange earlier, including the The guard play by Mica Galvão and that incredible armbar sequence right there. Now I feel, look at this intensity, much more active from Mica Galvão, the way he's kicking out that supporting leg and uses the step up to get up to his feet.
Almost joining us here at the commentator's table. Gonna get a quick reset here in the middle of the mat.
I just looked over to the corner of Dante Leon where Heath Pedigo, the leader of the Pedigo submission fighting crew, the Daisy Fresh founder, was saying to Dante Leon in that restart, he was beating his chest and saying, come on Dante, let's go.
Another big takedown attempt for Dante. Should be noted if you missed it there that Mica Galvão captured the first judge's favor. But something tells me this match is not gonna go the full 15.
I mean, if it keeps going like this, but there's another great takedown from Dante Leon. Again, bodies Mica Galvão, throws him to the mat through the use of the body lock. Well, Dante's still very much in this match here. I think, my personal opinion, I'm not saying this is an expert opinion, just my personal opinion, I think that Dante has to be absolutely technically flawless in everything that he does, because if you leave just the slightest opening, Mica Galvão is going to be all over it. That isn't a mistake you cannot afford to make.
And I think more than anything, Dante absolutely wants to remain on top here, unless he's on the back. I think there's no way he wants to test the guard passing of Mica. We saw what happened the first time that went around. And he's looking to submit from top.
Dante, look over at the clock right there. About 8.5 minutes remaining, so we're not even in the halfway, even at the halfway mark. And we see now, Galvão trying to suck a leg in and to try and get something going here. Will he use it to reverse position like he did earlier, or will he look to go for the attack? Beautiful answer there from Dante Leon in freeing his leg and right back into this kind of knee cut style passing position.
Mica kicking Dante off, but Canadian unfazed thrust himself right back into the fire here.
Good work from Galvão there. That flexibility, such an attribute in this kind of encounter. I'm looking over at the corner of Mica Galvão. You've got Melky Galvão, his father. You've got Diogo Hayes, his teammate. Diogo, that's an athlete I'd love to see on the Who's Number One mats. Such a fan-friendly style. Also won the ADCC trials in Brazil, same day as Mica did. They both qualified for ADCC the same day. Diogo winning the 66 kilo division and Mica winning the 77 kilo division. The Fight Sports Manaus crew churning out some absolute monsters. Fabricio Andre, another member of that squad who qualified for ADCC by winning trials in Brazil. And it just goes to show, Chase, that contrary to popular belief, no-gi is alive and well in Brazil. You just need to know where to look for it.
Ooh, this is a nice move from Dante here. Almost has some hip control. Mica, though, frames away nicely. Shuts that down immediately. Oh! Oh, look at this scramble here. Dante almost landing in a great position. Mica, though, doesn't allow it. Really fantastic match, back and forth out. A lot of action.
One of the things I feel that I'm most impressed about with Mica Galvão so far is his acceleration. His ability to go from what looks like a very calm, kind of relaxed pace to just 0 to 100 and just go after whatever attack it is that he sees. But Dante so far has managed to stay one step just out of trouble, let's say. Not, I wouldn't even say one step ahead, but just able to stay out of trouble.
It's been very even. You know, there was that one exchange where Mica got on the arm, but since then, Dante has done a very nice job of addressing the strategy, making some different moves here, and taking it to Mica. And dare I say that Mica's slowing down just a little bit? I don't know if I'm willing to commit to that statement.
Oh man, the
good thing I did it. Good thing I did it, because he's back on it right now.
He's got a leg. He has a solid ankle lock grip here. Not sure if it's the kind of grip he can finish, or if it's something that he would use to transition to a secondary attack. Dante able to take his leg out and right back on the attack. Restart in the center.
Good sportsmanship from Mica there saying, hey, Dante, we're supposed to go now. Could have just gone with it when ref said go. But it goes to show that Dante definitely himself being a bit fatigued, watching that clock a little bit. Mica Galvão so far hanging on to that judge's favor there. But Dante in a nice position here on top.
Once again, trying to dive through for that knee slide. And I see this a lot. It's a very increasingly...
Oh, another big takedown attempt. I thought he had it for a second. Mica started rising off the floor.
Galvão had the answer this time. I think that the timing of the takedown on the first two were absolutely spot on, but this time Galvão was able to react in enough time. Oh, there it is again, driving forward. Ran out of space. I mean, hey, we give them this big old mat. Still not enough to contain them.
Oh, Mica firing back now with a little takedown attempt of his own. I will say, the edges may be being touched in this match, but it's not because they're playing the corners. They're just driving each other around these mats right now.
Great point, Chase. And I feel like Dante...
Oh, Dante's got to be careful here.
Oh, he's managing to put it down again. That is another takedown for Dante Leon. And I feel like that, again, that is matters. That's the kind of thing that can't be discounted in a match this close. Of course, Mica had that excellent submission attempt early in the match, but right now Dante is the one dictating the pace. He's the one putting Galvão down. And he's in a very strong control position here, even though he's not past the guard. He is putting Galvão flat on his back. It's the kind of thing that can't be ignored.
We've got ourselves a match here, and what Dante's really done in this match for me is make Mica look human. Very few people have gone toe-to-toe with Mica and lasted very long at all. And here we have Dante taking it to him with several takedowns and many attempts on top of that. That lone submission attempt, which was very deep for Mica, is definitely weighing in the background of our judges' minds here. But man, it is very close.
Agreed. And there it is again. Mica Galvão kicking out the supporting leg with his right foot. Dante very happy to chill out in this kind of position right here, this kind of half knee cut. Look for him to punch an underhook through with his right hand. Try and go forward. If you notice that Dante always passes with that right foot forward and the right knee forward. A little overzealous maybe in his knee cut attempt there. Galvão was able to pop back up to his feet. There's still about 2 minutes remaining in this match.
Yeah, to your point, Hal, can't say I've noted that quite. I've been kind of captivated by the action at hand, but Dante shoots in again. Mica, little slippage here.
Galvão able to pop back up. Dante wanted to run him down, but I mean, they kind of slipping and sliding a little bit now, so it's not always as easy. Traction on the mat definitely becomes an issue. This deep into a 15-minute match, I can't believe there's about 1.5 minutes remaining. I feel like I could watch this all day.
Yeah, it's been phenomenal. Mica now,
foot switch there.
Dante answering back.
Flying attack here. Galvão pulls guard right in front of our commentary table. And you can hear the intensity. You can hear the grunts of exertion.
And I am seriously impressed with Dante's ability to stay on top. The last 12 minutes, he has maintained position and wrestled extremely well, negating a lot of what Mica's been throwing at him.
This is a little different here. You can see there Mica uses his butterfly hooks to elevate Dante Leon. He has got around 30 seconds. They have got around about 30 seconds left to work. What will we see from Mica Galvão at this stage? Will we see a change up in strategy? Will we see him go for broke with one last submission attack? Going for the calf crush. He's got the grip, he's got the hand underneath behind the knee, and he's trying to get the legs figure forward. Dante has been tapped with this in the past. William Tackett tapped Dante Leon with this very submission at the Who's Number One Championships last September, but as the time runs down, Dante Leon looks unfazed, looks calm enough, and answers back with a leg lock of his own, an ankle lock. Immediately hands up in the air as does Galvão. Look at the difference. Galvão clapping for his opponent. Doesn't try to claim the match. I think he's happy to just let this one go to the judges' scorecards. It is unanimous for Mica Galvão.
Representing white sports, Mica Galvão.
Well, I am here with the winner in a very tough, very physically tough, physically demanding match. Mica Galvão, the winner against Dante Leon. And once again, returning to the Who's Number One match. Tell me how you feel about that match, Mica.
I know, I felt pretty excited for the invite that I received to fight Dante. As I said before on the videos and on the previous post, I said that he was a very tough opponent. I knew it was going to be a very tough fight, but I knew it would be a lot of fun, and I enjoyed every single second of it.
Man, you enjoy a match that tough, that speaks volumes. But let's talk about the action. Let's talk about the jiu-jitsu. I feel like there was a clear game plan here. What was your strategy in this match?
So I like to start every single match that I go, like even if it's a competition with 4 or 5 fights. I try to excite every single opponent and prepare a strategy for them. Of course, my strategy is not to win by points or advantage. I always try to seek for the submission, but it was a very tough match. I know he would be a very tough opponent, and I know it could be 15 minutes. It could be a fast fight, either for me or for him. And I think my strategy was more like, trying to do my thing, but I knew what he was up to, and I was kind of prepared for what was coming for.
So, Mica, the wrestling attacks from Dante, powerful takedowns, but I think the attack that made the greatest impression on the judges was the armbar. Tell me about the armbar. How tight? Did you feel anything with the armbar?
Do you mean by me getting the armbar or he getting the armbar?
Did you feel anything in his arm? Did you feel any pops?
Oh, no. I kind of felt that he was very sleeky there. So, of course, I tried to go for the submission, but his arm was out already. And yeah, he kind of sleeked over there.
Well, Mica, you're returning now to Who's Number One, and this is another in a long line of impressive victories that you've gotten here. But I want to know, if we bring you back to Who's Number One, who would you like to face?
Would like to face the champion of the division, right? The 185 division, because the last time I couldn't, develop or show what was my real jiu-jitsu, or I think my opponent couldn't do it the same. So I think a second rematch would be something good for me too.
Now, don't forget, of course, he's got the title. Is that important for you to get that belt?
I think so. Yeah, very important. I kind of still feel like the night that I couldn't get the belt, I was like, I gotta get it back.
Well, Mica Galvão victorious once again here at Who's Number One. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Well, that was a thrilling match indeed. And